Hey guys, Penadaily here. That big wheel keeps on turning and another year has passed. That means it's time for my 8th anniversary video. Wow, that's longer than I've had all but one job. This year has been interesting. I continue to do battle with the dread tendinitis, and while it has mostly been beaten down, I still can't do 2-hour recording sessions the way I used to. Plus, I started a new job in a pre-K through 12 school, otherwise known as a breeding ground for new and interesting microbial life. That promptly put me down with what was probably RSV, and then after I was mostly recovered, I got COVID. Plus, there was still some of the burnout left over, but not by much. But enough of my tale of woe, it's time to recount the year's projects, all 2.3 of them. Yeah, the aforementioned health issues, plus the reasonably long projects I was doing, kind of resulted in not a lot of output. And just when I started bringing in new viewers thanks to doing a game that isn't 15 to 20 years old. I hit 300 subscribers recently. What do? So to start the year, I finished off Sonic Frontiers. I talked before about what an amazing game this is and what it meant to me personally, both just emotionally, and also in accepting that I'm technically disabled. Combating eternalized ableism one gamer at a time, I guess. For all the jank and moments where the unpolished nature and time crunch became apparent, the game was fun, and that was something Sonic sorely needed. Then came the updates. I will give Sonic Team massive props for listening to what people had to say and tweaking the game multiple times to try and provide an improved play experience. Culminating, of course, in the Final Horizon DLC, which might be doable in easy mode now? I plan to try it out eventually anyway, but even if I can't, story-wise, the DLC is an amazing counterpoint to the vanilla story, and my hat is off to Kishimoto and Ian Flynn for making something so incredible and giving it to us for free. Fuck the special Cocoa, though. I already maxed my Hedgie out. I ain't beating my head against those walls. After that, it was Plants vs. Zombies to have a nice, fairly short chaser to the mammoth project that was Frontiers. PvZ is silly and fun, and I will go to my grave defending all the horrific puns. Playing a more mouse-driven game was also an experiment to see how well it got around some of the issues with the tendinitis. The answer is, Mousing still aggravates the stuff, but being ambimousterous means that I can take breaks by switching hands. I know I haven't finished showing off all the minigames yet. It'll come someday. Maybe. Then came the wave of illness, which rendered me sounding like a rusty door hinge for a couple of months. Heck, I still hadn't fully recovered by the time I started the next LP, but I got impatient. My singing voice still doesn't seem to be 100% back, but that's a minor issue. Oh yeah, I did a bonus video for Shredder's Revenge in there too, showing off Usagi Yojimbo and Karai. Man, that game is so much fun. Too bad that I am absolutely pants at the Crystal game mode. Oh well. The next and last LP of the year was a Zelda Classic Quest, Remembrance of Shadows. Eucles calls it a breather, and it was certainly shorter than Destiny of the Oracles. This was a fun one to do, despite some of my complaints, and I do eventually hope to go back and get those last 2 Zol fragments and show off the super boss. Eucles says there's an update that I should be able to get that wouldn't require me to play through the whole game again, that should nerf that jump in Canalet Castle. And boy howdy, do I hope that's the case. That said, I did enjoy it a lot. Eucles is an incredibly supportive quest designer to work with, responsive, and willing to take criticism with thoughtful good humor, even when some of the criticism is whinier than it probably should have been. And there are so many good ideas in this quest. Also, the attention to detail in recreating Koholint made me so much more eager to find out what had changed, because I knew all of it would have a purpose. Things got difficult there at the end due to factors both internal and external, but I am awaiting the next offering in the series with enthusiasm. So, what's next for me? I kinda want to do a randomizer run, something short and easy just as a palate cleanser after another big project. The question is, should I do Aria, Bloodstained, Link to the Past, or is there another one you'd like to see me tackle? Let me know in the comments. After the randomizer, though, my next big project is probably going to be Sea of Stars. A friend described it as a love letter to Chrono Trigger, and, well, you know my feelings on Chrono Trigger. I'm also hoping to do Super Mario RPG's remake at some point, and Thousand Year Door when it comes out, and maybe even Sonic Across Shadow Generations since it's coming out for Switch. Regardless, I may sometimes flag and falter, but I'm here for the long run, and I'm very grateful you're all of you along with me. Stay safe, wash your flippers, and hey, let's be careful out there.